You know, it looks like I'm back on Deep Silver's couch again. Will Powers is here too. His shoes are amazing. My name is Quicksilver from Structure Gaming. I'm here with John Spalwin from Deep Silver. We're going to talk a little bit about Escape from Dead Island. The new mystery is, what is Escape from Dead Island, though? Those of you who haven't seen Escape from Dead Island yet, it's a lot of fun. It's a continuation of the Dead Island story. It's not a new Dead Island IP, per se. But I'm going to tell you this right now. It is one of the most interesting experiences I've seen here at PAX East. Wow, I'm so used to covering PAX East, it's ridiculous. I'm at PAX Prime. But it is one of the most interesting experiences I've seen here at PAX Prime, and it is a front runner for my Best in Show. So, John, let's talk all about your baby. Let's talk about Escape from Dead Island.
All right, well, yeah, Escape Dead Island, as you said, it's a spin-off title within the Dead Island universe. Chronologically takes place about 6 months after the original, but before the events of Dead Island 2. So you had that outbreak on Banoi. You know, it's all quarantined now. Nothing's getting in or out. Lots of conspiracy theories and rumors going around about, you know, what actually happened, what was the truth. So Escape follows the story of Cliff Kalo. He's the son of this wealthy media mogul within the Dead Island world. And Cliff's kind of this, you know, wealthy, rich, entitled brat, basically. He wants to prove himself to the world, take over the family business. So he's going to go out and film a documentary about what happened on Banoi, you know, expose the truth. So him and his friends follow some leads, end up on the island of Narapella. It's this private island near Banoi. Turns out the leads were correct. It's actually where everything started, but it's also where everything starts falling apart once they get there.
Interesting. Now, I know you said this takes place between Dead Island 1 and Dead Island 2. We're completely forgetting Riptide in this situation. Where do the events of Pelennai fit in here?
Well, you saw the beginning of Riptide takes place immediately after Dead Island. So that's all, you know, following the story of those 4 immune, you know, survivors there. But this story is, you know, still taking place 6 months after the events of both Dead Island and Riptide.
Okay. Now, this is a new gameplay style. I don't want to talk too much about it myself. This is your baby. I mean, I could tell you all day long what I thought of it in the 20 minutes I got with it, but you know what? It's better to hear it directly from a producer. So I'm going to give you a little bit about it, and I'm going to let John talk about it. It's not an RPG, but you know what? That doesn't mean it's not Dead Island. It is still one of the best experiences you will have this coming fall. So tell us all about that.
Well, Escape switches up the Dead Island formula quite a bit. It's actually a third-person survival mystery game. And, you know, you're following Cliff around, who's, again, not an immune superhero. He's just an everyday average guy. So, of course, you're going to have your melee combat, you know, go around, swing your axe, popping zombie heads off with a shotgun. But Cliff has to survive any way possible. So he's going to, you know, have to be a little bit smarter, use the environment, sneak around, maybe, like, sneak up on some zombies, take them out one by one with some stealth gameplay as well. But, yeah, it's simple to learn and, you know, a little bit not necessarily difficult, but fun to master combat system.
Excellent. Now, the art design and direction is beautiful. It's nothing like you've ever seen in the Dead Island world. This is something you guys are really going to like. You know, things I saw in here that were very influential were retro comic books, a comic book art style, and, well, for those of you who like Sin City, the opening scene of the demo literally reminded me of something out of Sin City. What would you say actually influenced the art style for this game?
Well, I mean, first of all, we wanted something that would, you know, set us apart from the main series of Dead Island games, something really unique, something really different. But more importantly, we wanted to push the story forward, because what Cliff's experiencing on Narapella isn't just fighting against zombies and surviving. He's fighting against reality bending around him, the world tearing apart. Either he's going insane or the island itself is insane, or maybe a little bit of both. So what the art style does is it lets us push the boundaries of what players are able to experience and then go a little bit beyond that. So all the crazy stuff that you're seeing, you're going to be guessing right along with Cliff what's real and what's not.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and I see where you mean that from what I saw in the gameplay. You know, trailers falling out of the sky. Justin actually said when we were sitting there, Justin actually looks at the screen and goes, That doesn't make any sense. So you know what? You can see where they're trying to trick your mind. And you know what? I thought of Inception immediately when I saw this. I feel like there could be multiple levels of Dream here, but I'm not sure. I think I'm going to have to go to my expert, Will Powers. What do you think, Will?
I think that you're onto something there. It's really about you're trying to figure out what's real, what's happening, and what's actually taking place, or what's happening in your mind. As you're playing the game, you're trying to figure out the mysteries of what's happening in the world as the character in the game is. So he's as confused as you are as a player, but by the end, it really wraps itself up nicely and sets itself up for the events of DI2.
This is the man right here. You can follow Will Powers on Twitter, add him on Facebook. He also runs all the social media at Deep Silver. No, he doesn't. We think he does. And he has great shoes. But that's it from day 3 of PAX Prime, not East, not West, not South, not Purple, not Black, not Blue, not Steelport. My name is Quicksilver from Structure Gaming. We are here for one more day in Seattle, and then we go back to Boston. So make sure if you're here, you check out Escape from Dead Island. Right now, this is my front runner for Best in Show. I mean, the Order 1886 was good, but this was better. It's available November 18th for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 here in the United States. When is it available overseas?
21st, I believe, yeah.
So November 21st, you can get your hands on this if you're watching overseas. Make sure you buy it. Go pre-order it. You also get beta access to Dead Island 2, and you know you want beta access to the best RPG of 2015. We'll see you soon.